Yo, what's good? So today, man, they had the No Kings protest again, as if the first shit didn't, I guess, do what they wanted to do. So they figure they'll get together again. I guess with the government being shut down, a lot of people being out of work, they didn't have anything else better to do but go out and protest. All right, so what hit me first was I'm at this protest, right? And the liberals, they preach inclusion and all this other shit. Basically, everybody treated equal. The 1% shouldn't, you know, be privileged. Everybody should be equal. But guess what? I don't even announce my political standings because here's the thing. They talk about police profiling, right? But they profile because during the whole protest, nobody assumed my political belief. But, I just don't come out. I'm not going down there and antagonize or agitate. You know what I'm saying? I just went down there to get coverage. But they assumed that. And they were even talking to me. You had people say, "Oh, you black brother, this." They hit on everything with race because me being black automatically meant I was with them. Nobody questioned me. Nobody. And that's crazy. So that's the first part about it, is the whole profiling as if all black people are liberal. But the second reason, man, this shit is stupid because you need some type of leadership. Trump is not a king. He can't be a king. You can't be a king in a democracy where you have separation of powers. Even if he wanted to be, he can't. And that's what liberals like to focus on. They like to focus on his intent. And for me, anybody who's going to be president should want to be a king. You should want to rule, because guess what? Trying to satisfy the needs of 200 to 300 million people, that's a heavy task right there. So you got to have some type of wanting to lead to even, be good at running a country. So that's my thing. Like, as long as liberals keep focusing on his intent or what he want to do, we're never going to get anywhere. Because even though Trump might want to be a king or dictator, like I said, he can't. The dude is bringing in results. Like during this protest, they kept talking about free Palestine, free Palestine. And I'm like, yo, the shit is old. Trump did it. And I think to them, because Trump did it, they're in denial, as if Palestine is still suffering. Even though he didn't sign this treaty, let's hope it worked. I hope it worked. Because, we've been down this road before and something happens where somebody attacked somebody and now they back at it again. So I'm hoping that this is a long lasting process. But yeah, they're literally still were chanting about Palestine. I'm like, Trump gave y'all what y'all wanted. Y'all chanted this at the first No Kings. And the person that y'all don't want to be a king is granting y'all wishes. That's why the shit is crazy. But my biggest gripe with this is when you say no kings, you got to see how far this goes, because there was a lot of feminists and a lot of women in on this. It's a lot more women at these protests than men. I think a lot of the times it's the men that's just trying to support their girl because they ain't gonna get no ass later on that night if they don't go. So they in there, they jumping around, chanting with them. And if you that type of guy that's gonna do that, you're weak anyway, pretty much. So this is what they're used to. They enjoying it because they want to get that ass at the end of the night. But the No Kings thing, y'all got to see how far this goes. And the reason why I'm conservative, why I don't like this type of stuff, is because it's not just talking about Donald Trump. They don't want any man in power. You see, they done kicked out the fathers of the home. So that's what, when this whole movement is more than just about Trump, it's about wiping out any man that has power. And any good society needs men. until AI get better or these robots that y'all waiting on to come out so that you can go marry one, that shit ain't here yet. So in order to have a good society, you're going to have fathers. You're going to have male leadership. Most women ain't cut out for these leadership positions. And a lot of them, they get in there and they actually do something. They got a husband behind them. If you look at like Jasmine Crockett shit, and some of these other Letitia James, all they don't do shit worth anything. It's all like it's like a gathering to them. It's like a social event to them. Is they do shit just to go on social media and look good for clicks and stuff like that. That's where a lot of these women who are in politics now, a lot of these feminists, a lot of these liberal Democrats, that's what they're about now. They're about the aesthetics of it, looking good, be able to post. Now they want to get money, give money to everybody, not understanding that there's consequences for how we're spending money. And that's the reason why they're protesting, because Trump is cutting a lot of stuff. He's cutting a lot of fat because it needs to be cut. These liberals they just want what they want. They think freedom is doing whatever the hell you want and there aren't any consequences. And here's the thing. Most of them haven't went through anything enough to know that this shit is not unlimited. I know it sounds crazy and it seemed like America has money out the ass and like we can't run out, but why find out? I think that's the difference between liberals and conservatives. Conservatives are like, hey, we understand money. We understand this is finite and we're not trying to run out. We're trying to be conservative. We're trying to keep the money in our pockets and not go to something to where America fall like the Soviet Union. And if you leave it up to liberals, that's what this shit is going to end up being. And how liberals sit out here and preach no war, peace. Do y'all understand if we keep going down the route that y'all are going down, that's our last resort? This military that y'all talk about, ICE and all that, this is why y'all can go out and have these no king protests, because the military is the last thing to save your ass. If we run out of money, it's going to take the military to fight. Basically, we would have to win wars in order to stay in power. And then that's going to be hard because if we go bankrupt, we can't fund the military and the rest of the world's not going to want to chip in. That's what the credit rating is about. So y'all got to understand, man, this no king shit is bullshit. And all y'all doing is just being selfish to yourself. Because this whole big thing that y'all been chanting about the Palestine thing, Trump came through and answered, and because it was him and y'all hate him, it don't matter to y'all. That's where I'm seeing, like, I'm starting to understand, like, no, liberals, y'all got a lot to do to fix y'all party and y'all thought process. Even the people. And it's sad. I wish more of the moderates could come to the front and start to take control and just not care about losing some of these degenerate liberals who want to just milk the system for everything. And I'm going to tell you, that's why Trump is winning, because he's not listening to his people behind him. He's not listening to the conservatives. He's listening to what's going to help. That's the problem with the Democrat Party. They listen to what the people say, what they want, what makes them feel good, If we give them this, they're happy. If we let them go in girls' bathrooms, they're happy. If we let the trans play in women's sports, they're happy. We need to give them all this stuff to make them happy. As where Trump is like, I'm not really worried about what makes you happy. I'm worried about what makes you safe, what makes you stable, what's going to make the country stable, what's going to make us last. Because I'm telling you right now, if Kamala would have got in office, this shit would have been all messed up. And that's the other thing. The whole time Biden was in office, you didn't see these protests from conservatives. Because you know what? Conservatives will gripe and complain, and we'll have our issues. But at the end of the day, we're like, you know what? They voted in Biden. We just gonna have to let them do what they do and then hope they see where they fucked up. But as fucked up as it is, the liberals still can't see it. From the inflation that happened in 2022, the liberals still can't see it. They blame the shit on Trump. Which that shit had nothing to do with Trump. That Green New Deal, all that shit was liberals. But that's how they do. It's like a bad relationship. Where a woman will go out, even men will do it too, but in my case, the woman blows all the money, then turn around and be like, it's on you. I literally had this happen in my previous marriage. When we hit the lowest of the low, our lights was off. And my ex just would spend. I was always putting money in the account to keep it. So, once it go negative, if you hit it before the day ends, then the money that you cash in gets posted first, and then you won't get the overdraft fee. So I was doing this shit like maybe once or twice a week for a long time. And then our lights finally got cut off. And here's the thing. She was the breadwinner at the time. I started my business. And she pretty much was like, this is on you. You the man. Instead of understanding like, hey, I'm starting my business. Your job is enough to carry us up through the bills, the newborn, daycare, all that. We just can't spend like we want to right now. She didn't care about that. She still wanted to spend. That's how the lights got cut off. It's the same shit with these liberals right now. America is not in a place where we can support everybody socially. We can't support all these immigrants. We just can't do it. I know the money seems endless, like it grow on trees. You don't even hear that no more. They say, what you think, money grow on trees? You don't hear that no more. And that's what these liberals need to understand. Trump is not trying to take y'all shit away from y'all. He's not trying to be mean to immigrants. But it's just like I said with my ex. We didn't have the money to spend. We needed to budget. We need to put up to be able to grow. Same thing Trump is doing. When he's like trying to tell people you can, I forgot the name of the type of card he was giving out. The gold card or whatever. If you spend $1 million or something like that, you can come to the country. He's trying to build America's bank account back up. Because right now we're negative 36 trillion. And every time he cuts something, y'all think he's being mean when he's really not. He's telling you, hey, we're going to have to buckle. We're going to have to hunker down. We're going to have to buckle down and get through this storm. You're not going to be able to rely on the government for food stamps. You're going to have to get your ass up and go work. Until we can get to a better place. But we shouldn't even be in the place that we're in to begin with. So that's what I'm saying. This shit about no kings. I hope somebody's watching this that's trying to understand which side they need to be on and see why the liberal side ain't it. Because like I said, the liberals just want to spend. They're not trying to budget for anything. And they hide behind, Oh, we're just helping the homeless. Oh, we're just helping these people. Nobody says anything about veterans. Oh, we're just helping the homeless and the mothers. No, the mothers need to go back to the father of their child, or they need to learn how to work with a man. The government got to stop being 70% of women's husbands now. Trump is trying to divorce y'all. That's what this is. Trump is trying to divorce all these feminists, and they don't even want to sign the divorce papers. Or if they do, they trying to get alimony from the government in the form of handouts. Same thing with the black community. I'm not going to even get into reparations. But this no king shit gotta stop. Nobody's trying to be a king. But what y'all trying to do is take advantage of the system. Because most of the people that were out protesting broke and ain't got shit else to do. I'm telling you, the people that's they got a life, they parents, they really involved with their kids. They're involved in starting a business or a company or doing something productive for society. They're not on these streets protesting. They got shit to do. There's nothing going on in America right now that's worth protesting. Black people can do the same shit any other race can do. Women can get bank accounts. Women, I see headlines all the goddamn time talking about more women are buying houses than men. The shit sounds stupid as hell because it's like, if you don't have kids, your kids are grown, why the fuck are you buying a house? Go live in an apartment. That's another thing. I'm telling you, these feminists, these women, they're wasteful. They push these headlines thinking it means something because more women are buying a house. For what? Mostly, I don't need a house. Unless you got 10 kids, you don't need a house. And if you got 10 kids, you shouldn't be single. If you got 3 kids, you shouldn't be. It's like, how the fuck you end up single with 3 kids? This is getting out of hand. Fuck that no king shit. We need a king. We need a good king. Not a bad one, but we need a good king. The country needs a good leader right now. Well, the country got a good leader. But the people need to recognize that. And you know what? They not. Most people that do good, they don't get recognized until it's too late. Just like with this whole Nobel Peace Prize thing. And I'm so happy that the lady got it. You know what I'm saying? However you say it, she basically mentioned Trump or dedicated it to him. That's what she did. She dedicated the prize to Trump, which is the best move because this dude is ending all type of wars. But like I'm going to keep saying, the liberals are little bitchy children. That's what they are right now. And they're bitching about everything because they think freedom means doing whatever they want to do. When you grow up, you finally realize structure is everything. And that's what they're going to have to realize. Y'all can't do everything and anything you want. There got to be boundaries. There has to be. All right, I just wanted to get on here and talk my shit from this whole No Kings bullshit. But like I always say, subscribe or just like the damn video. I'm out.